The St. Louis Blues have had the Winnipeg Jets number, especially here at the Scott Trade Center. The Jets look to change this tonight as they look to grab 2 critical points. It's the Blues and Jets here on TSN.
Hit by Ladd on Pietrangelo. Backes, a breakaway, shoots and scores! Off the face-off, Slater scores! This one's getting a little nasty. We may take it on to Portage Avenue. Reeves, he scores! Ryan Reeves in his hometown. Wheeler comes out and runs center right there. They score!
The Jets and Blues both come into this game on a roll. For the Blues, they have won their last 3 games, outscoring opponents 13-7 in the process, and they have done it without Alexander Steen and Vladimir Tarasenko in the lineup. Those 2 will be missing once again. As for the Jets, they come in having won their last 2. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Oleski here at Scott Trade Center. Andrew Ladd said that this is a confident team coming in here. It isn't hard to get up for these sorts of games. Why? Because they know of the playoff implications. There is so much on the line. Mark Stewart feels that they've really matured as a team. They are able to handle the pressure that is on them right now with only 3 games remaining. They currently sit in a playoff spot with a lot of action to go tonight in the standings with so many teams ready to play. Now, this is the second game of back-to-back nights. This is the 9th and final time of the season they'll have to deal with this. I asked Paul Maurice whether or not there was any concern about this team having any jump early on. He said, no, not at all. They were able to utilize their bench well last night, and so he doesn't anticipate it being an issue. Now, as we head upstairs and bring in Dennis Bayak. Dennis, I said off the top that the Scott Trade Center has not been a kind place to the Winnipeg Jets. They would like to change that tonight.
Not been a kind place to a lot of teams, but yes, the Winnipeg Jets need to only go back to the last time they were in this building to know how unkind it can be. They found themselves down 4-1 after 2 periods. Andre Pavlik came in for the 3rd. Andrew Ladd on a power play. 11 seconds later, Lee Stempniak made it a 1-goal game. The Jets had a ton of penalties to kill. Shorthanded goal by Blake Wheeler tied it up. And then this, with 1 minute and 3 to go, Barrett Jackman with the long shot that gets by Andre Pavlik, and the St. Louis Blues went on for a 1-goal victory. But Andre Pavlik was terrific in that game. All the games between these 2 teams, when you go back to since relocation, have been so close. 8 1-goal games. Many have gone to a shootout, and not a lot to choose between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues, but the Blues find a way, Shane Knighty, to come up with a win. We talked about Andre Pavlik being so good in that game where he came in relief. He was good again last night, and he's good again. He'll need to be good again tonight.
Yeah, they need Andre Pavlik to continue to perform the way he has. The 32-save shutout against the Wild. Look, very confident in the net, and it's come a long way here since that last game in St. Louis, that tough goal against Pavlik, although he played well, but he has built himself back up. You can see the confidence. You can see the way he's tracking the puck. Probably the biggest difference in his game and his movements. Very efficient between post to post. He's in control. His angles are on. Positionally sound. And the rebounds, they're not getting away from him. He's either pushing him out of that dangerous area right in front to the corner, or they're dropping right flat in front of him where he can cover him up.
Well, there was never any doubt that Andre Pavlik was going to get the start, going back to last night's post-game news conference when Paul Maurice said, I've made my decision on my goaltender for tomorrow. He played a pretty good game tonight, and he was referring to Andre Pavlik, who picked up his 14th career shutout. To ice level we go for tonight's national anthems.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats and join in the singing as Charles Glenn performs the Canadian national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command, with glory
glowing hearts, we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Fans, please remain standing as we welcome the brass quintet from the Grammy Award-winning St. Louis Symphony as they perform our U.S. National Anthem.
Safeway's $1 million score and win. If any Winnipeg Jets player scores 5 goals in tonight's game, Linda Ferguson of Saskatoon could win $1 million. Shop at Safeway. You could be our next lucky winner. Tonight's starting goaltenders brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Get your favorite sub made just the way you like it. Subway. Eat fresh. Andre Pavlik, 11th start in the last 12 games. 8-2 over his last 10. He will go for the Winnipeg Jets, and it will be Jake Allen. 30 career wins in 50 career games. He will go for St. Louis. Paul Maurice, NHL game 1199 for the coach of the Winnipeg Jets. And we are underway here in St. Louis. Graham Skilleter, Steve Kazari are the referees. Ryan Galloway and Shane High are the linesmen. Mark Stewart and Jacob Trouba start on the back end for the Winnipeg Jets. The cross-ice feed for Leake. Gets it for Stewart, on for Little. Jake Allen will get the blocker and steer that one away. Ladd to the front of the net. And a left toe save there by Allen. Round in behind the Blues net for Pietrangelo. Deflected out by Jaden Schwartz, and back for it, Jacob Trouba. 6 shots on goal last night for Jacob Trouba. Led the Jets in that department. David Backes bounces it in. Ben Sherratt goes after it. Berglund is after him. Almost picked off, but the Jets break out. Through center with Stafford. He'll chip it in deep and goes in after it along with Zdeněk McCulloch. Scheifele trying to work it free. Gets some help from Stafford. Up the boards, but the Blues will carry out with Berglund. Berglund sends it for Backes. Back for Berglund. Berglund circles. Looks for McCulloch and instead sends it down low. And Backes couldn't get a stick on it. Stafford in the corner. Sherratt gets buried in the corner boards by David Backes. Backes looking to get that back to the blue line. Does. Jackman Plays it back down low. Some pressure here by the St. Louis Blues. Shattenkirk, the shot that got blocked. And falling was Stafford, but he gets it ahead. Blake Wheeler in on goal. And Jake Allen the save. Wheeler with the bank try. And Jake Allen a second save as Blake Wheeler that close to opening the scoring in back-to-back games.
Well, the Jets do a good job on their own end, keeping the pressure, and then Stafford, as he's falling, able to bat the puck forward right to the stick of Wheeler, who gets behind. Everybody comes in, tries to find some room glove side, then tries to bank it off Allen once he goes by in the rebound, but Allen with a couple big saves as the Jets have a great opportunity to open up the scoring.
10 goals in the last 16 games for Wheeler. Shot by Adam Party, kind of rolled off the end of his stick. Jets go after it and control. Stepniak, the former St. Louis Blue, cleared out at center ice, and Adam Party is there to send it back into the St. Louis zone. Around the board, big hit as Adam Lowry stepped into Carl Gunnarsson. Pietrangelo gets bumped there by Perreault. Steve Ott, no room as Adam Party jumps in from the line. Adam Lowry has the stick knocked out of his hand. Perreault on the loose puck. Spins away from Pietrangelo and then has it knocked away. Perreault to the near side, hustling after with Marcel Goc. Slater the shot, and a glove save by Jake Allen.
Oh, good pressure from the Winnipeg Jets. Slater will come off. Lowry had to leave, had the stick chopped out of his hands, but before that, he leans into Carl Gunnarsson. A good check. It's about establishing that territory. This is where Adam Lowry going behind. It was Gunnarsson who chops the stick out of Lowry's hands, breaks the stick. There was no call. Lowry went for the change as Slater came on.
Slater out for the face-off. His face-off numbers excellent on the season. Yuri Talusti down for Thorburn. Thorburn had a stick lifted by Shattenkirk. It's still loose in front of the St. Louis net. And finally, Barrett Jackman will clear. Flipped out at center. Ty Ratty's not sure where it is. And play is whistled down. Keys to tonight's game, as always, brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of the NHL.
Well, the Jets sustain periods of pressure. That means just focus on your defensive zone. Don't get running around. St. Louis is going to have offensive zone time. Sort it out, break it out. And St. Louis, they want to attack early. Ken Hitchcock addressed that. He said they don't want the Jets to get into this game. They want to take advantage, maybe, of that back-to-back situation.
Game 2 of a 3-game road trip for the Winnipeg Jets, coming off the big 2-0 win last night in Minnesota. Ratty gets bumped there by Stewart. Puck back into the Winnipeg Jets zone, and this is going to be an icing call. Winnipeg Jets have been very good in the opening period, and here are the players as of late as they have opened the scoring in 7 of the last 8, and some unlikely scorers there to get things going. Stewart, Stafford, Talusti, Bufflin, Slater, Wheeler, and then Wheeler with that great chance early in this game. Winnipeg has done a very good job all year in the opening period. But the St. Louis Blues in the 4 games have kept the Jets to just 2 first-period goals. Ty Ratty in center, bumped there by Sherratt. Wheeler on for Scheifele. Scheifele cuts to the inside, finds some room. A good shot by Scheifele.
Wow, great little move by Mark Scheifele as he comes in, Jaskin the forward, then the defenseman. A great little toe drag. Tuck and roll as he gets the shot away. But great play, finding players in motion. He's able to create the speed to come up the ice, catches the defense deep, uses them as a screen, and this is a real good shot, shooting between the legs of McCulloch. And Allen lost sight of the puck as it was dropped down between his pads.
Tyler Myers got it for Andrew Ladd, knocked away from him. And Myers has to hustle back into his own zone. Misses Sherratt with the pass. Ladd covers up, though, jams it out to center. McCulloch trying to gain control of it, could not. And Andrew Ladd will swing this back into the St. Louis zone. Frolik trying to work it free. At the line for Myers. Myers' shot got blocked. And the Blues will corral it with TJ Oshie. Sends it in, and Stastny to the backboards with Sherratt. TJ Oshie on the loose puck. Sharp angle chance. Pavlik shutting that shot from Jaden Schwartz down to the short side. Pietrangelo is in from the line. Back for TJ Oshie, looking for Pietrangelo for a tip, and Pietrangelo was tied up at the side of the net. Ladd trying to get this deep into the St. Louis zone, and it ends up in the St. Louis bench.
Well, we look at the goal he's playing tonight, Ondrej Pavelec. He's become the #1 guy, the veteran on his club. On the other side, it was Jake Allen, who is the rookie, but both of them have turned it on and gained the #1 position here for both their teams. Very similar numbers between Allen and Pavelec, as they're both trying to maintain that position as the #1 goalie for their team.
Similar numbers and very good numbers. Snapped in by Stewart. Off the stick of Barrett Jackman. David Backes couldn't control it. Lowry to the far side, and that didn't miss by much. Kept in by Trouba. Back for Lowry. The shot from the line. Wide. Berglund on the near side. But Berglund beaten to the puck by Matthew Perreault. In on the forecheck is Stepniak. Back to the line for Mark Stewart. The shot got blocked. Stewart, good job to chop that back into the St. Louis zone. Shattenkirk. Lead pass deflected by Backes. Nope, he did not touch it. Icing is going to be the call against St. Louis.
Oh, great chance for Adam Lowry. Again, this line causing some problems. It's Perreault with a nice little feed. It comes off, and then Stepniak out front right to Adam Lowry, and he just shoots it wide, looking for that high glove corner. But good pressure from Perreault and Stepniak to create the turnover.
Shots right now, 4-0 in favor of the Winnipeg Jets. You had a better look at that Jaden Schwartz shot from the side there than I had from up here. But obviously, according to the official score, it was not a shot on goal.
And might have hit the outside of the net.
Jay Harrison. Ahead for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler gets to center. Blues go back. In on the forecheck is Stafford. Knocked his man down. Puck comes loose. Pietrangelo getting back up and stays in the battle there with Blake Wheeler. Gunnarsson. Wheeler coming in on him, and Gunnarsson will float it back into the Jet zone. Battle for the puck. Pavelec to save. Good work by Ryan Reeves to get a shot as he and Adam Pardy battle for control. Shot from the line, steered away by Pavelec. Wheeler to center, no further, and Ryan Reeves puts it back but doesn't get it deep. And that allows Harrison to get it to Stafford and in. McCulloch for Jori Lehtera. He was looking for Ole Jokin, and that got deflected away. Thorburn to Lusty. Wrist shot, save made by Jake Allen. Blues bring it right back with Ole Jokinen. Chips it deep and goes in after with Sherratt. And Thorburn down low to help out. Thorburn getting pressured there by Jokinen and Lehtera. Up for Jiri Tlusty to the line. Shattenkirk trying to hold it in, and he does. Shattenkirk for Barrett Jackman. Slap shot off the glove of Pavelec and wide. Shattenkirk back in behind the net, and Myers breaks it up. Myers so good last night for the Jets in 25.5 minutes of ice time. St. Louis 5 minutes and 45 seconds to get their first shot on goal, and that was the good chance by Ryan Reeves. Jaden Schwartz back for Oshie, and the wrist shot and the save by Ondrej Pavelec. There's been some chances at both ends of the ice. Blake Wheeler early for the Winnipeg Jets, and Ryan Reeves here for the St. Louis Blues, and Ondrej Pavelec with the save. Jets on TSN, brought to you by Toyota Red Tag Days. Hurry into your local Toyota dealer for great offers on many 2015 models. A look at the Wild West, and we'll keep you up to date on games tonight. Calgary and Arizona, Minnesota, Chicago, Los Angeles is in Edmonton. The Jets closing in on Minnesota with that win last night. And Calgary and LA go head-to-head later this week. There's some big games to close out the schedule, and we'll have them here on TSN 3. All the Jets games into Colorado Thursday, and then home to Calgary on Saturday, and who knows what that game might mean.
Well, and this is where the Winnipeg Jets, the situation they want to put themselves in. Paul Maurice said his team's prepared. They have to learn to deal with the pressure, how to handle it. Ladd and Stewart talking today said you got to get excited, and they feel it's coming not only from the veterans in the locker room, but even the rookies. They're having a voice in the room. Everybody's excited. You want to be in this type of situation.
Thursday will be a bit of a special night for Paul Maurice. That'll be 1,200 NHL games as a head coach. Another milestone for him. McCulloch for Jay Bouwmeester. The shot never got through, and the Jets will start back. Frolik for Andrew Ladd. And Frolik dragging that back leg, stayed onside. And the Blues start out with David Backes. Bounces it out to center ice. Trouba's there to break it up. Back in for Michael Foley. Lost it, gets it back. Lost it, gets it back. Finds Andrew Ladd. And Ladd couldn't get a good shot away as David Backes closed in on him with some help from the defenseman McCulloch. Batted around at center ice, and Jaskin will send it back for Alex Pietrangelo. Under 12 to go in the opening period. No score between the Blues and the Jets. Long shot in on Ondrej Pavelec, and he'll hang on to that.
Well, Michael Frolik just continues to work so hard. We talk about players. For him, it seems like the game never changes. So consistent in his play. He's always on top of the puck. Great job finding that open space, giving Trouba the outlet, then just chipping up the wall. Loses it, stays on top of it, able to find Andrew Ladd. Ladd just couldn't get that shot away, but Michael Frolik, seen him up and down that line. His game doesn't change whoever he plays with.
Carl Gunnarsson, sharp angle, chance, save made. Pavelec, Jaden Schwartz had it get away from him. Comes around the boards and grabbed off and sent out to the blue line for Stafford. Sherratt trying to jam that through, and now Wheeler is on it. 73 first period goals for the Winnipeg Jets. 56 for the St. Louis Blues. At the line, Sherratt the shot, and that didn't miss by much. And there was traffic in front of Jake Allen. TJ Oshie's pass picked off by Blake Wheeler. Sends it back in, and the Jets get another change in, and the Blues will change as well.
Well, I expected there's both teams, a lot of pace to this game, but still feeling each other out here. You expect it to crank up as the game goes along.
Adam Pardy after it into his own zone. He and Ott were all tied up, and Matthew Perreault starts back. Perreault bounces it in on Allen, and Allen's going to be careful with that one with Matthew Perreault steaming in on him.
Oh, this is a good play, putting pucks towards the net. Wheeler had that long shot from before. And something the Winnipeg Jets have done really well in their last 4 or 5 games is the first period and the puck volume, getting it towards the net. They've also had help from some guys returning like Matthew Perreault and Brian Little. Certainly makes the top 12 look a lot stronger.
16 shots for the Jets in the first period last night, on way to 34 in the hockey game. And Paul Maurice liked the way his team put pucks to that Minnesota net last night. Jets control this one off the faceoff. Adam Lowry in the corner, came to the front of the Blues net, and Shattenkirk is there to grab it off. Lowry is after him. It gets to the Jets line. Adam Pardy breaks it up. Jay Harrison takes the pass from Matthew Perreault and then gives it back to Perreault. This pass goes off the skate of Ty Rattie. And Barrett Jackman will send it in and then take a gentle bump there from Adam Lowry. Perreault, Harrison, and on for Pardy. Perreault off his stick, and Patrick Berglund, because of injuries, he's been moved up into the lineup for the St. Louis Blues and has had some offensive results as a result of that. He is on the line now with Backes and Jaskin, with no Tarasenko and no Steen. David Backes on the wraparound try. Thorburn stepped into McCulloch. Puck to the line. Talusti couldn't get it out. Thorburn will. Thorburn takes it wide on Jaskin. Drives it to the net. Save made by Jake Allen. On a good play by Thorburn as he cut around Jaskin.
Oh, that's interesting. You look at Thorburn, you look at Ryan Reeves' chance. Those two players have a role to fill in the team, but why they fill it so well is they both skate, and that's why the coaches on both sides will use that type of player.
Stewart off the boards, deflected in. Here comes Ladd. Little heads to the net. Frolik is on it. His backhand shot goes off a stick and over top the net. Jaden Schwartz out at center for Pietrangelo with Stastny. Stastny watched by Trouba. Oshie trying to chase this down. TJ Oshie back for Pietrangelo. Tees it up. Deflected. Loose in front. Oh! Ondrej Pavelec got a piece of that with his stick. What a chance for the Blues.
Wow, Pavelec, just an amazing save. Diving back, no quit.
Pietrangelo for Gunnarsson. Deflected in by Oshie. And back for it is Tyler Myers. This building is still buzzing over that one. Sherrod at center. For Wheeler, and Blake Wheeler will send it in. Round the boards, grabbed off and carried out at center by Ryan Reeves. That's as far as he got. Ryan Reeves took a jolt from Brent Seabrook in their last game against the Hawks and spit out a couple of teeth on the bench. But stayed in the game, and he's back in the lineup tonight looking for that lead pass, and he has it. But Jay Harrison knocks it away from him. Delayed offside against the Blues, but here comes Wheeler in full flight. He attacks the Blues line. Wheeler, the shot, glove save by Jake Allen, and he will hang on to it. Ondrej Pavelec coming off an excellent night last night in Minnesota. Take a look at this save as he gets the stick back. What a stop. Closed captioning is delivered by Pizza Hotline. Order the Hotline Heavy tonight. Big taste, small price.
Ondrej Pavelec, an absolutely brilliant save off Jaden Schwartz here. He takes a goal away. It's a shot from Pietrangelo at the point. Gets through, makes the initial save, and then Schwartz, as he's going over, Pavelec able to dive back and get enough of a paddle on this to make the save. Good job tracking the puck, moving over, and using everything he has to make the save, and the paddle of the goal stick comes through.
What a stop. The 14th shutout of his career last night in Minnesota. That ties a franchise high for shutouts. Kari Lehtonen also with 14. And he was with Atlanta. Bounced out at center ice, Olli Jokinen. Dropped for Juri Lehtera, knocked away from him by Jacob Trouba. Perreault for Adam Lowry. Off the sideboard, Stempniak after it. Back into the jet zone, Blues started change. Stewart for Trouba, up for Thorburn, and Thorburn trying to deflect it in, and deflects this right into the St. Louis bench. Jets pass holders. Watch for the Jets Rewards bonus code during tonight's game. Enter the code by logging into Jets Rewards and receive 50 bonus points, redeemable for unique Winnipeg Jets benefits and experiences. Jets Rewards, reward your passion.
Thorburn puck got a little bit close here to our camp and ended up going after Kirk Muller, the assistant coach of the St. Louis Blues.
Cleared it around the boards. Former NHL netminder Darren Pang in the box there with Shane Knighty, but his goals against average was over 4, so don't expect him to stop it. Pietrangelo, don't tell him I said that. No. Out at center ice. Blues carry in with Marcel Goc. Goc the long shot, that's off a stick and high and wide. Ott puts it into the slot. Ryan Reeves the wrist shot, and that off a stick and wide. Ryan Little is on it. Up for Thorburn. Reeves blocks it. Adam Pardy will try it. Bounces it around for Harrison. Pietrangelo is in from the line. A good job by Jay Harrison to settle that down and get it out to the neutral zone. Pietrangelo puts it back in. Pardy goes in after it. Pardy with TJ Oshie after him, and a chance for Jaden Schwartz, but off a stick and high. Frolik bounces this out to center ice. Little goes after it, corrals it. Brian Little pulls up, looks for some help. Jets in a defensive change, and the pass deflected away from Myers. Michael Frolik throws it to the net, and Jake Allen makes the glove save. No score, under 6 to go here in the opening period. Tonight's player profile brought to you by Asante, providing complete financial advice. And tonight's Asante player is Jaden Schwartz, a former Notre Dame Hound.
Well, out of Wilcox, Saskatchewan, and He is the second leading scorer, drafted 14th overall in 2010 by the St. Louis Blues. The leading goal scorer for the Blues was drafted 16th in Tarasenko, but Jaden Schwartz has been excellent, especially with Steen and Tarasenko into the lineup. In current 3-game point streak, got 4 goals, 6 points in that time, and had the hat trick against Dallas a couple games ago.
And Coach Ken Hitchcock has a lot of time to talk about Jaden Schwartz. Shot from the line off a stick, and that deflects into the netting. And we get a stoppage in play.
Well, Ken Hitchcock has talked about Alexander Steen and the way he plays. He can throw Jaden Schwartz in there as well. The type of players that he wants his team to kind of emulate and play like are those guys, because they play the game in all areas. They're very smart, they're quick, they're skilled, and they're a big part of the Blues' success.
Off the face-off for Backes. Sends it in on Pavlik. Steered away after it. Trouba spilled by Berglund, and Backes with the shot. Pavlik makes the save. Michael Frolik back for Ladd. Ladd the wrist shot. That went wide. Stewart trying to hold it in at that left point against Backes, and he does. Little. He'll chop it in. Allen didn't see it. And then he jumps on the loose puck before Michael Frolik could jam it by him. And all sorts of action now.
Well, he needed something to spark it. And it's Frolik getting knocked down after a shot finds its way to the net. Surprise, Jake Allen is Backes, Brian Little, Frolik, Ladd all involved. 5 St. Louis Blues and only 3 Jets as the 2 D-men staying outside of it, so the faceoff will stay in St. Louis's zone.
Not a surprise that this game is a physical affair. Paul Maurice expected it to be. It just took a little while to get going.
Absolutely. Well, the play started, a good pinch by Stewart, and then Brian Little just throws the puck to the net. Jake Allen lost where it went. He made the save, and then Frolik gets dumped in front, but a bit of a drop, almost like a knuckleball as it drops in Allen, but it hits him in the chest. And then the scrum ensues afterwards. But this is where the Jets want to be disciplined. They did a good job in Minnesota about being disciplined, staying away, trying not to take that extra penalty in these scrum situations, as it'll be 2 players going off in Little and Backes.
2 each for roughing, so we'll get a little 4-on-4. Paul Maurice said the Blues lineup will dictate that it will be a bit of a physical game with no Tarasenko and no Steen. But we've seen Ryan Reeves, we've seen Chris Thorburn both play a part in what has happened here in the opening period, both with scoring chances. Myers the shot, and Paul Stastny gets his stick in front of that, and it's out of play.
Well, and even the talk around the Blues dressing room, or talking to people around there today, they said Steen and Tarasenko the lineup, yeah, that's some skill out of there, but it almost seems like this team, they've won 3 games in a row. The work ethic, because they know some important players are out, has picked up.
Blues are done on the road. 2 more games remaining for them after this game tonight, both here against Chicago and Minnesota. Myers back in behind his own net. And Hitchcock talked about the importance of this homestand. We've been chasing Nashville since October, he said. We finally have gotten ahead of them. We don't want to let that slip away. Stastny watched by Myers into the slot and grabbed off by Scheifele. Away from him, TJ Oshie drops it back. Oshie heads to the front of the net, and Oshie got spun around before he could get a stick on that pass from Stastny. Scheifele gets rocked there by TJ Oshie, and that brings a reaction from the crowd. Blake Wheeler at center. St. Louis Blues had 50 hits against the Blackhawks the other night. Jacob Trouba the shot, and Jake Allen with the right pad save. Stafford off the bench, couldn't trap it, and then Stafford's going to get a penalty. Pietrangelo, the shot never got through. And the St. Louis Blues will get the power play, and now Stewart's stick comes up. And are we going to have 1 penalty or 2?
I think they got the same one. They both show the chipping signs, so maybe a bit of a break here for the Jets that they're only getting 1 and not 2 as the stick of Stewart came up. But Drew Stafford, as Schwartz comes up, just a puck battle, it goes around. The stick gets into the leg of Schwartz, and here's the play Stewart as he gets spun around. The stick comes up and catches Laterra in the face. But no call there, as it'll be 4-on-3 here for St. Louis.
Stastny, Slater to face off. And Stastny will kick it back. Pietrangelo for Shattenkirk and back for Pietrangelo. Back for Shattenkirk and down low from Pietrangelo down for Stastny. Fakes the shot. Shattenkirk. Pietrangelo, Shattenkirk, the shot off the stick and wide. Shattenkirk with 25 power play points. Leads the Blues in that category. Stastny, cross ice, the shot off the backboards and cleared before anyone from St. Louis could get to it. Jake Allen now trying to catch the Jets in a line change. Shattenkirk to the front of the net. Good stick there by Adam Pardy to deflect that away from TJ Oshie. Out of the box now, Little and Backes, so it's a 5-on-4 clearing attempt, and that rattled into the hockey pants of Andrew Ladd. Ladd put it in front, Pietrangelo, and Ondrej Pavelec makes the save on Pietrangelo. Shattenkirk looking to tee it up. Stastny fires, Pavelec the save, rebound cleared away from the front of the net. Myers takes a chop at TJ Oshie, and now the puck taken by Brian Little and cleared.
Well, the Jets doing everything they can. That dynamite power play of the St. Louis Blues going to work on them, but the Jets eventually find a way, and Pavelec having to come up with a big save.
Cleared in, and Jacob Trouba hustles back. Jori Lehtera's in on him. 20 seconds left in the power play, and Trouba swings this out at center ice for Stepniak. Out there with Lowry. Lowry twists and turns to get away from Jay Bouwmeester. Gaston down low to help out. Now Jaden Schwartz is on the loose puck. Dying seconds of the power play. 2 shots on goal for St. Louis. Out of the box is Drew Stafford. Scheifele all the way back in behind his own net, up with that loose puck. Scheifele shovels it ahead for Stafford, tried to get it back to Scheifele. Jackman breaks it up, and McCulloch is on it. 2 goals in the last 4 games for Zbynek McCulloch, and he'll skate this to center and then send it in. Steve Ott with Myers after him. Ryan Reeves back for Ott, and good hit there by Ben Sherratt as he knocks Steve Ott down. Puck comes loose. Gotch back for Ott. Back for Gotch. Shot blocked by Wheeler, and here comes Wheeler. Sends it in and goes in after it. Wheeler in against McCulloch. Stafford looking for Scheifele. It bounced away, and Ryan Reeves will send it out to center ice. Trouba away from Marcel Gotch and on for Stafford, and then back for Mark Stewart.
Oh, that was a huge penalty kill for the Jets here, and that gave them a little bit of a lift.
Andrew Ladd trying to snap that one in on goal. Had his stick all tied up. Backes on it for the Blues. And David Backes will bounce this back into the Jet zone. 17 points in the last 16 games for David Backes. Stewart, Trouba on for Frolik. Did he get a stick on that? No, he did not. And with 40 seconds left, an icing call and a face-off back in the Jet zone.
Well, Paul Maurice knew it's a challenge against the St. Louis power play. The penalty kill did a job, but it was Ondrej Pavelec who came up with a great save off the Ladd turnover as Pietrangelo left all alone in front, tries to go to the backhand, but a good job by Pavelec waiting, using that blocker to make the save, similar to the one he made against Vancouver when Vrbata had the breakaway.
Shots are 12-11 St. Louis. Could be a higher shot total than we expected here in this opening period. Ladd for Little and back for Ladd. Chips it for Michael Frolik, and he'll chase this into the St. Louis zone. Jay Bouwmeester is back for it. A couple of former Florida Panthers, Frolik and Bouwmeester. Around the boards for Tyler Myers. Away from Schwartz and plays it down low. Shot attempts in this period, 22-20 in favor of the Jets. The Blues with 1 more on goal, 12-11. As a very quick-paced and entertaining opening period comes to an end.
Well, no surprise, no score, even up here after the first 20 minutes of play. A little bit of a feeling out period, but after that, pace picked up. A little bit of physicality and some big hits.
So one period is done. Shots are 12-11 in favor of St. Louis. When we come back, Anthony Peluso will give us a tour of the Winnipeg Jets dressing room. So stay tuned for that. Some scoring chances in this game. Blake Wheeler and Jake Allen with the first good save. Not a surprise that Adam Lowry's involved in the physical end of things. Good muscle there by Ryan Reeves and a save by Pavlik. Pavlik another save as the Blues did have some chances. It's scoreless. Jets on TSN brought to you by Subway Restaurant. Get your favorite sub made just the way you like it. Subway, eat fresh. Fifth and final meeting of the season between the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. Blues a 4-2 win, a 2-1 win in a shootout, then that wild 5-4 here. And then the last meeting, the Jets in a shootout at the MTS Center, winning by a score of 2-1. The Jets had the first 5 shots on goal in this game. After that, the Blues outshot the Jets 12-6, and that's where we stand as the second period gets going. To the line, Myers never did get to him, and Jaden Schwartz takes it away for the Blues. Cross ice, Pietrangelo, save made, Pavlik on the short side. Myers is after it. Myers all tied up in his own end with TJ Oshie. Shot off the skate, grabbed off by Michael Frolik. Through for Brian Little. Little trying to go in after it, does. Kicks it for Andrew Ladd. Ladd gets it to Michael Frolik, and a good shot and a good save by Jake Allen.
Well, good quick play, and this is where you have to support the puck. It's Frolik who eventually gets in on the forecheck as Pietrangelo had a chance, and then Ladd finds Frolik with a quick shot after it was Little, that was in on the forecheck. Andrew Ladd, quick little play. Frolik's done a real good job. He throws a lot of pucks to the net and has the ability really to get it through traffic.
Ladd leads the Jets in assists and points. Blake Wheeler, who's out there now, leads the Jets in goals with 26. The shot by Mark Stewart went wide. Wheeler after it. Trouba trying to hold it in, can't. Backus is after it. Jaskin is there as well, but it's onto the stick of Wheeler. Hopped away from him. Here comes Trouba. In for Wheeler. Wheeler puts it to the short side, and Jake Allen down. Oh, pass right out front, and unable to get a stick on that. In front with Stafford. Shifley at the line, trying to get it down low. Jaskin breaks it up. The long feed for Backus. He was in behind the Jets' defense. Couldn't corral it, though. In for Berglund. Patrick Berglund down for Dmitry Jaskin, and back for Berglund. Berglund twisting and turning, got inside position on Shifley, and Shifley managed to force him to the outside. Now Berglund goes high short side and missed the target. Shot from the line through traffic, steered away by Pavlik. Wheeler back to the St. Louis line, and Shattenkirk goes back for it. Initially a Colorado draft pick for Shattenkirk. Stopped at center ice by Lowry to Wheeler and Trouba, and on to Stewart. And back for Wheeler. It doesn't get deep, and Barrett Jackman plays this back out at center. Lowry bumping there with Steve Ott. Perreault falls, gets the puck, but unable to handle it with Stempniak. Perreault gets it back. Shot to the short side, save made by Allen. Barrett Jackman trying to send it up the board. Jay Harrison is in from the line. Stempniak breaks it up. Into the slot for Perreault, and he ripped that shot high. Nice setup for Matthew Perreault. Oh, Perreault gets a elbow there from Ryan Reeves. His helmet comes off, and Perreault is down. Is that a shoulder or an elbow?
Well, whatever it is, it's a hit to the head as Perreault goes for the check, and Reeves catches him high, and Perreault is struggling to get off the ice. This doesn't look good for the Winnipeg Jets. And I'm not sure if it's his ear, maybe. Looks what Perreault is holding is his ear. And it's a cross-checker, a hit to the head by Ryan Reeves that is missed completely. As Perreault goes for the hit, Reeves comes up and his glove catches the ear, and it's an elbow to the head by Ryan Reeves on Matthew Perreault. But right now, yeah, one thing is Perreault's slow to get up and go off the ice, and to add to it, no call on the play.
Wow. So Brian Reeves stays on the ice. Faceoff will be in the St. Louis zone, and Matthew Perreault will keep an eye on him as he has gone back to the Jets dressing room to get checked out with Rob Millette. Slater wins the faceoff. They say it was not dropped properly. They will do it all over again, so we'll keep an eye on the next few shifts of this game. 49 wins on the year for the St. Louis Blues. 41 on the year for the Winnipeg Jets. Thorburn scores! Chris Thorburn gets a loose puck in front of the net, squeezes it through Jake Allen, and the Jets have scored the game's opening goal.
Well, some good work by this line as Thorburn with a big goal to open it up here for the Winnipeg Jets. And it all starts with Jim Slater. Winning draws the importance. A block shot. Slater throws it to the net, and Thorburn right on top of it wins the battle from Shattenkirk, able to grab that rebound and just slide the backhand between the 5-hole. And again, this fourth line of the Winnipeg Jets opening up the scoring here. 1-0 Winnipeg.
Well, I guess that's the way you respond when there was no penalty call.
Exactly. That's the best way to respond when you have one of your good players go off, come out and score, shift off that next face-off.
1-0 Jets, the 49th time this year that the Jets have opened the scoring in a hockey game. Pietrangelo gets it to center no further. Another assist for Jim Slater. Trouba in from the line. Trouba takes it around the net, trying to get it out front, and Pietrangelo breaks it up. Cleared out to center no further. Jets carry it right back in. Andrew Ladd with the quick shot. It comes off the backboards. Allen couldn't trap it, but the Blues will corral. Jaden Schwartz with TJ Oshie. Cross-ice pass. Came to the front of the net. Never got through a rebound. And Andre Pavlik to save off Paul Stastny.
Well, Pavlik again, through traffic, through bodies in front of him, able to track this puck, bounces around a few times, and it's just sitting in the high slot. It's that rush where the Blues come in. Fan on the shot, it goes off Myers. Everybody's there, but Pavlik stays with it in good position. Eventually the shot by Stastny makes the save. For that, Brian Little, a great job of backing up both Trouba and Stewart in on the rush. Little way back. Good job covering up his defense pair.
Adam Pardy with an assist on the goal as well. 7 on the year for Thorburn. Scheifele to take the face-off against Olli Jokinen, who flipped over to a right-handed shot for that face-off, but the Jets do control and get it out to center. Jokinen back in, the long slap shot, and Pavlik's going to hang on to that.
Well, Andre Pavlik has looked sharp in this game, just continuing on for Minnesota. And Chris Thorburn with a big goal here to lift his team, to open up the scoring. Great play. Slater just spinning, throwing it to the net, and then Thorburn, Shattenkirk with a little bit of soft coverage there as Thorburn just allowed to corral that rebound, and quick backhand between the pads.
Ben Sherratt plays this for Stafford. Stafford off the glass, off the stick, and back into the St. Louis zone, and back for it is Jay Bouwmeester. Ahead for McCulloch, and McCulloch will bounce it back into the Jet zone. Slater, by the way, now with 6 points in 8 games. In fact, 5 points in 6 games for Jim Slater. Berglund for Jori Lehtera. Lehtera spins this back for Berglund, watched by Scheifele. Taken away by Stafford, and now Scheifele on the loose puck and gets it ahead for Wheeler. 3-on-2. Wheeler to the front of the net, and Scheifele couldn't get a stick on it. And Jake Allen deflects it up and down a play.
Wheeler just eventually gets a little too wide on that play, just wants to throw it towards the net, but it's good positioning by Scheifele to start that rush as Blake Wheeler gets the puck, trying to come wide, waiting to buy time for Stafford. Just lost that puck for that half second and throws it towards the net.
Face off to the left of Allen. 1-0 Jets on the goal by Chris Thorburn. This was Perreault's 5th game back after missing a ton of games with a lower body injury. Keep an eye on his return. Short side chance. Pavlik steered it away, and Stepniak Sends it to the line, no further. Bounce back in, and Stewart is there. Trouba. Ahead for Stepniak. Nice little delay. Gets around TJ Oshie. Yuri Talusti sends it in. Adam Lowry! And that has given Jake Allen some problems. But Allen does keep it from going across the goal line.
Just a smart play by Adam Lowry. He scored 1 goal already this year on that bank play. Just has nowhere to go with the puck. He's getting close to going below the goal line. Recognizes maybe a little bit of soft post coverage and just throws it at the net. And Allen was moving a little bit off the post, able to hang on those. Adam Lowry, just that mentality by the Winnipeg Jets to try and throw everything they can at the net.
Pietrangelo. The lead pass for Jaden Schwartz. Schwartz trying to get around Sherratt. Sherratt straight-armed into the ice. And Sherratt on the loose puck. Sherratt getting pressured to the near side. Gets a little bit of help. Kept in by the Blues, though. Oshie is spun around, and here comes Michael Frolik. In for Thorburn. Thorburn the shot. And that never found its way to the net. Frolik out there now with Slater and Thorburn. Sherratt. Cross ice is the Jets minus Matthew Perreault. Sherratt jams it back down low, and it's taken there by Carl Gunnarsson. Oshie and Sherratt had a little battle going on the near side. Blues carry in with Jaden Schwartz. Couldn't control that pass from Stastny, and Tyler Myers is on it. 1-0 Jets on a goal by Chris Thorburn. Myers. No room through center. Chased back by Jokinen. Myers now finds Wheeler. Wheeler into the slot. Down low. Stafford for Scheifele. He was in behind everyone. Couldn't handle that pass. Back for McCulloch. Lead pass for Jokinen. Offside call at the line as it got slowed up just a little bit at that Jets blue line. 1-0. Winnipeg Jets have the lead. Chris Thorburn, his 7th of the year.
Oh, look at Chris Thorburn as he opens the scoring for the Winnipeg Jets. The 8th time in the last 9 games that Winnipeg has done that. And it has been by different players. Thorburn, Slater a couple times, Stewart, Talusti, and then some more guys that do it regularly like Stafford, Byfuglien, and Wheeler. But they have done a good job getting into games early, opening the scoring. Much easier to play when you have the lead than chasing the game.
3rd time this year that Chris Thorburn, which isn't bad for a guy with 7 goals.
It's pretty good.
3rd time that he has opened the scoring in a hockey game, and the Jets are 2-0 when he has scored the game's opening goal.
Well, and it's always good. It's a lift for the bench when you see guys like that score some goals for your team. Everybody, a little extra cheer, maybe a little extra fist pump as those role guys get rewarded for some hard work.
David Backes out to take the face-off against Brian Little. This is the 9th and final back-to-back for the Winnipeg Jets. They are 3-1-4 in the previous 8. There's a shot by Myers, didn't get to the net. Dmitry Yaskin carries to center, chips it in, takes a bit of a shot there from Tyler Myers. Sherratt back for it. Backes hits Sherratt. Myers got tripped up on the play. Backes for Jay Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester sends it down low. Yaskin tracks it down. Little stays on big Yaskin. Now for Patrick Berglund. Berglund looking for a little bit of room. Little trying to check Yaskin. Berglund with 6 points in his last 5 games since moving up in the lineup because of some injuries to some offensive people for the Blues, namely Tarasenko and Steen. Blues, Berglund, there's a backhand shot by Berglund that went high. Pietrangelo sends it down low. Sherratt ties his man up. Little and Pietrangelo after it. Marcel Goc is in there, but the puck comes loose. And Tyler Myers trying to get it ahead for Ladd. And now Ryan Reeves knocks Tyler Myers down in behind the play.
Well, Myers a little upset here as he has some words for the ref. The Jets have to stay focused on their game here. The icing call is going to bring Myers back to the ice. Tries to make the pass to Ladd. And Reeves is coming through, finishing a hit. Reeves came into the game with 266 hits. That's 5th in the league. And recognize he's going to finish his hits as his timeout. called here by Winnipeg Jets.
Well, he had, Paul Maurice had a tired group out there, so he does call the timeout. You mentioned the Jets' discipline. Paul Maurice was very happy with the way the game went last night. There was some physicality, and the Jets kept their nose out of it for the most part.
Well, I think they frustrated the Wild in that game maybe a little bit, brought Minnesota, you know, out of what they're used to. They took a couple undisciplined penalties, but the most part about that game last night, the biggest part, was the fact that they're able to use everything. We talked about the depth now on those 4 lines, and in a back-to-back situation, the shifts in particular, the first and second line, they were even. The third line with 20, and the fourth line chips in with 14 shifts. So a complete effort. Everybody contributed to that win in Minnesota.
Jets down a forward right now. Matthew Perreault injured earlier in this period as he took a high hit to the head from Ryan Reeves. Little and Marcel Gotch face off. Gunnarsson plays it around for Ryan Reeves. Sherratt ties him up. Sherratt and Reeves battle for it. Gotch puts it behind the net. Myers breaks it up. Matthew Perreault back on the Winnipeg Jets bench. So that is good news. Now Brian Little took a bit of a hit.
Well, it is big news to have Perreault come back, so makes it a little bit better, and they're able to get a goal right after.
Here comes Adam Lowry. Lowry pulls up inside the St. Louis zone, throws it back for Matthew Perreault. Perreault being watched by Pietrangelo, in for Lowry, and a great defensive play by Pietrangelo. Lowry stays on it though. Back to the line for Adam Pardy. Back down for Stepniak. Stepniak and Pietrangelo battle. Pardy in from the line. Trying to dangle his way to the net. And now Perreault knocked his man down. That was Pietrangelo. In for Stepniak. For Lowry. Lowry trying to get away from the checking of Carl Gunnarsson. Lowry. Back in behind the net. Gunnarsson trying to stay with Big Lowry. Back to the line for Pardy and Marcel Gotch. Read the play, breaks it up, and then Pardy and Gotch get tied up at center ice. Stepniak for Pardy. He'll leave it there for Perreault. Perreault, the snapshot. That's off of Gunnarsson. To the corner it goes. Gunnarsson chops it ahead for Marcel Gotch. Came over from Pittsburgh for Max Lapierre. Back for Mark Stewart. The long pass for Wheeler. Wheeler cuts it to the middle, throws it to the front of the net. Scheifele couldn't get a stick on it. Stafford is after it. Wheeler falls on the near side. Stafford for Scheifele. Back for Wheeler. Back for Scheifele. He fires, and Jake Allen at the top of the crease makes the save on the 4th shot of the game for Mark Scheifele.
Well, some real good quick passing plays there, but it was all started and generated by a real solid shift by Lowry, Stepniak, and Perreault, just hard on the puck. Adam Lowry doing a great job just controlling it behind the net. Eventually, this line comes out, and quick passing eventually comes to Scheifele, just rolls around the top. And here's Matthew Perreault. Went down the tunnel. This is his first shift back, and he comes quickly right over the boards, gets the puck, and right into the cycle as that line had some extended play in St. Louis's end. So good to see Perreault back on the ice here for Winnipeg after taking that shot from Ryan Reeves.
And something we see a lot more of, shot by Trouba. Boy, that gave Jake Allen some trouble. He wasn't sure where it ended up. Whenever there is a headshot now, and players refer to it as the quiet room, you go back and you do get checked out. Slater. Back for Jacob Trouba. Lays it in behind for Yuri Tlusty. Tlusty trying to get away from Barrett Jackman. Throws it to the short side, and Jake Allen is going to hang on to it.
Well, another good shift here for the 4th line. Chris Thorburt's the guy who's opened up the scoring in this game, and Allen had to come up with a save. Another face-off win, and it goes right back. Shot by Trouba through. Allen was still looking for it afterwards as traffic in front squeaks off to the right side of him. He's looking down in front, hoping to see the puck drop down, but luckily for him, it made the save, and it went off into the corner.
10 shots on goal in this period for the Winnipeg Jets. They have attempted 18, and Allen is going to hang on to that one. St. Louis has attempted 11 in this period.
Well, Ben Sherratt back now in his 2nd game after coming off injury. Played 15 minutes, 52 seconds in Minnesota. You always get more comfortable as the games go along, but made a lot of real good passing plays, puck movement in that game in Minnesota, as trying to get back up to the pace of the game.
Jets now with 40 shot attempts in this game, so they have been able to get some shots towards the St. Louis net. 21 have found their way in on Jake Allen, and one has found its way past Jake Allen, that off the stick of Chris Thorburn. Paul Stastny's shot blocked by Myers, and the Jets just get rid of it back to the St. Louis line. McCulloch for Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester lead pass. Jaden Schwartz was in behind Myers and Sherratt and couldn't handle that long pass cleanly.
I don't know what the read was here. Sherratt's the lefty and just jumped up a little too early.
Jaden Schwartz and Andre Pavlik will get to it ahead of him. Jim Slater talked yesterday, Shane, about Paul Maurice's defensive structure and how key it has been to the success of the Winnipeg Jets. They will set a franchise mark this year for the best goals against average for this franchise. They sit right now at 208 goals against. Last year it was 237. That was the lowest, and they will beat that this year. So, and Paul Maurice saying from day one, that is what this team talked about, being better in the goals against category.
Well, especially playing in the Central Division in Western Conference, they knew that had to be an element of their game that vastly improved.
Bouwmeester back into his own zone. Bouwmeester being hounded there by Frolik. After it, Stewart pulls away from TJ Oshie. Pass off a skate onto the stick though of Andrew Ladd. Ladd to the front of the net looking for Brian Little, deflected away by Bouwmeester. Paul Stastny puts it behind his own net for McCulloch. Under 9 to go here in the second period, and the Jets with the 1-goal lead. 94 points on the year for the Winnipeg Jets. That is the second highest for the franchise.
Well, we're talking about how much better the Winnipeg Jets have got defensively. They may have got the best compliment from the St. Louis Blues coach. And Ken Hitchcock this morning asked if they compare his team to the Jets. He said, no, I see the Jets as the LA Kings. He says they play the same style, very similar in everything they do. So here, Winnipeg Jets, not bad to be compared to a team that's won the cup a couple times in the last few years.
And interesting words used by Ken Hitchcock. Physical domination, size domination, and pressure domination is how he described the Winnipeg Jets. So pretty kind words there from the head coach of the St. Louis Blues. Adam Pardy has this get away from him. Stepniak is on the loose puck for Jay Harrison. Harrison spins it back around the boards. Pardy going in after it. Same lineup for the Jets tonight as we saw last night in the win in Minnesota. No Enstrom, no Bufflin. Jay Harrison knocked his man down, and Harrison is on the puck. Derek Jackman back into his own end. Derek Jackman hit the 800 games played mark against Chicago on the weekend. The game that Olli Jokinen had the game-winning goal for the Blues. Shattenkirk is after it, taken away, and Matthew Perreault on the short side. Jake Allen has had a couple of shots that he seems to have had trouble with.
Well, I don't know if he's having trouble. The initial shot, it's when it comes off of his padding that he's losing where the rebound is going.
And there was a dangerous one on Andre Pavlik that Pavlik had to be very careful with. Tyler Myers in for Thorburn. Thorburn dishes off for Jiri Tlusty. Tlusty takes it wide. Tlusty, watched by Pietrangelo, gets some support. Thorburn, a chance to the short side from Slater. And Jake Allen makes the save.
Well, a great little play, and it all started with Thorburn right inside the blue line. That little patience with the puck made the play to Tlusty. That eventually got it low. And here's that shot on Allen that kind of dropped on him, made the save, and this is where he didn't know where it went behind the net. Here's a nice play, the one that went on Andre Pavlik.
Those bouncing pucks.
Well, and here's the opportunity. Thorburn off the feed from Slater below the goal line. They've hooked up for 1 goal already in this game.
Jets 8-3 in their last 11 games. Adam Pardy at center. Pardy stopped there by Ott. Now Wheeler follows up on the play. Wheeler overskated it, wasn't sure where it went. Ended up in behind the St. Louis net. Back into the Jet zone, and this is going to be an icing call against St. Louis.
Well, Jay Harrison is on the ice. Him and Adam Pardy playing together, and two big men, both 6'4", around 225. And this is Harrison and Jaskin. The battles along the wall we're talking about as Harrison gets the better of Dmitry Jaskin as they're battling for the puck, eventually able to pull it out of the pile and break it out of their zone. But the elements that you look for at a Pardy and Harrison is a pairing big, strong guys that can move the puck but be strong and reliable in the defensive zone.
Myers, the shot, blocked away by Jake Allen. Michael Frolik on the rebound, tried to get it to the front of the net, broken up there by Marcel Gotch. And Ryan Reeves will chase it back into his own zone. Gunnarsson cross ice, deflected away by Little, but Reeves follows up. Ryan Reeves to the short side, and Andre Pavlik makes the save, and he will hang on. And Ryan Reeves and Sherratt started it, and now Ladd in there with Reeves.
Well, Reeves kind of got by Brian Little. Little was in real good position in that neutral zone. Just couldn't get to the puck as he goes for it. It goes right through his stick. Reeves picks it up, and he comes to the net. And after that, he gives a shot to Ben Sherratt after Pavlik makes the save. But Ryan Reeves seems to get up for these games, playing against the Winnipeg Jet, being the hometown of the Blues player. Ken Hitchcock uses them in these physical type of games.
Calgary with the 1-0 lead on Arizona. Matthew Perreault sends this into the St. Louis zone. Adam Lowry in on the forecheck, cleared out the line, and Stempniak will slide it back in, back for it, McCulloch. Lowry goes in and gives McCulloch a bump. Jaskin couldn't handle it. Bouwmeester's after it. Bouwmeester has to chase it down to the far side. Big hit by Lowry, and then a huge hit by Mark Stewart. And that brings some attention from the Blues.
Well, Mark Stewart just stepping up on Backes in the neutral zone and just skating away from everything, not looking for it. And that's kind of what the Winnipeg Jets want to have here is you initiate, then you just walk away. Backes doesn't seem to have a problem with it. The puck coming up, Stewart stepped up, the puck went by both of them, but Stewart finishes the hit in the neutral zone.
Solid jolt there on the Blues captain. The Blues have out hit the Jets 21-15 so far in this game. This could be a first-round playoff matchup. You never know as we look at Mark Stewart. Thorburn. Right now, the Blues lead the Central Division. Ryan Reeves at center. Slides this in. This is going to be icing called against St. Louis. Under 6 to go here in the second period.
Well, they forced the icing just because of good gap control. Both Harrison and Pardy up on the play. That helps create the play. As Harrison stepped up, they chip it down the ice. That'll allow the Jets here to change lines. This is when they get the advantage when you're on the road. The icing allows the coach to have the away coach to get the guys he wants on the ice.
Jets have now taken the lead in the face-off category. They have won 59% of the face-offs as this gets cleared around the boards and down the ice. 53rd game of the year for both Adam Pardy and Jay Harrison. They have played some big minutes here as the Jets have certainly gone through some injuries on the back end this year. Wheeler trying to spin it back for Scheifele. Scheifele and Gunnarsson in a battle. Stafford is on it. Jackman picks up the chase on Stafford. Tried to take it to the front of the net. Stafford got knocked down. Scheifele's on it. Reeves gives Scheifele a bump, and the lead pass now for Steve Ott. Ott trying to go across. I score! Paul Stastny. Myers trying to get back. Couldn't tie Stastny up. And this game is tied, and we've got some activity going on in the corner.
Well, this is after the goal. I'm not sure who's on the ice for Winnipeg. St. Louis Blues able to tie it up here on the backhand of Paul Stastny. As Drew Stafford involved with Barrett Jackman. Well, Paul Stastny ties this game up at 1 here in the second period. It's a shot by Ben Sherratt. That's the block. Myers was going down at the same time. Sherratt goes over, but Myers loses his stick on the back check. And I don't know, there was going to be a slashing call that was called. It's no goal because there was a slashing call on Myers. There's no goal on this play. That's what the slashing call was. It was Stastny knocked the stick out of Tyler Myers' hand. That was the call.
Ken Hitchcock looking on, and Stastny, instead of being the player that ties the game up at 1, is the player that goes to the penalty box.
Well, an interesting turn of events. Here's a look at the back check. Myers coming back, and Stastny, the slash, the stick out of the hands, and that allowed and created the opportunity. So this is a heads-up call by the official as the stick's knocked out of Myers' hands, and a break here for the Winnipeg Jets.
Power play for the Jets. Here comes Myers in for Ladd. Boy, this is one of those power plays and one of those situations in a game where it could be a major swing. Perreault, cross ice, shot by Myers, and a good save by Jake Allen. Perreault back for Brian Little. Little to Myers, the stick breaks. Gets it to the net though. Wheeler's after it, so is Ladd. Myers over to the bench for a new stick, but the Blues will clear it down the ice.
Well, the fans are into it.
Yep.
They're not happy with the ref on the call, and that's understandable being the Blues fan base.
Matthew Perreault to the line. That's as far as he gets. Jets are going to get called for too many men on the ice.
Yep, this is a bad change by the Winnipeg Jets. A turnover right at the blue line, and they get caught. Myers still on the ice. Trouba jumped, and that'll put an end to the power play. 6 players on the ice as Trouba jumps on before Myers is off. And pretty easy call there. Not going to fool all 4 of the officials. Now they'll play some 4-on-4 before St. Louis goes back on a power play.
If the puck goes deep, it's probably not an issue. Paul Maurice trying to say it was close enough to the bench that there shouldn't have been a call. Yeah, not sure why they're complaining about the officials.
Oh, they're not happy, but that's all right. As Berglund and Wheeler pushing and shoving off the face-off.
Well, maybe the fans feel they played a part in that call. So 4-on-4 here in the second period in a 1-0 game in favor of the Winnipeg Jets. Berglund around for Pietrangelo. Stafford in the box to serve the bench minor. Shattenkirk to the front of the net wide, and Jacob Trouba sends it ahead for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler stopped at center by Shattenkirk. Stewart with a nice pass ahead for his defense partner Jacob Trouba. Trouba takes it wide against Shattenkirk. Trouba in behind the net. Jammed up the boards, and here comes TJ Oshie trying to get around Andrew Ladd. Nothing doing there. Oshie follows up, takes a bit of a shot there from Stewart. Oshie going in after it, taken down by Stewart. And that'll get the crowd going again. Bouwmeester the blast out. Did that catch Mark Stewart in the head?
Yes, it did. This is a hit right to the face of Stewart by Oshie. This might be more than just a 2-minute.
Or was this the puck?
No, this is the elbow of Oshie. He was upset with the battle with Stewart beforehand. And it's a reverse hit to Stewart in front of the net. This is getting nasty. Here's how it starts. Stewart steps up on Oshie. The stick a battle. They go down. And as they go to the front of the net, Oshie is upset. As Oshie turns, oh, maybe just the shoulder of Oshie catches Mark Stewart.
They're calling it a double minor for high sticking to TJ Oshie. You're right, it is heating up. Stay with us.
Well, Mark Stewart back to the bench. It's going to be a high sticking, a double minor. It wasn't actually high stick. You watch it closely, the battle, and as Oshie comes back, he goes for a hit. It could have been interference, but his helmet makes contact with the face, maybe possibly the nose of Mark Stewart. So Oshie, the reverse hit, and it's the helmet of Oshie that catches Stewart. But Oshie gets a double minor for high sticking. And probably with good reason, he's upset.
Boy, and you saw the puck go whizzing by right at the same time as Stewart was down on his way to the ice. So 4-on-4 here for a bit. Myers for Andrew Ladd. Back for Jacob Trouba, walks it in, and a good defensive play there as David Backes got his stick in front of Jacob Trouba's blast. Trouba out at center. Actually, that was a brief power play for the Winnipeg Jets. We're now 4-on-4. Back to the line for Adam Pardy. Ladd tied up in behind the net. Backes is on it. And Backes trying to clear it outside. Cannot. Sherratt sends it back in deep, and it comes off the backboards. And Bouwmeester ahead for Stastny. Tried to get it for Pietrangelo too far. Sherratt chips it back for Adam Pardy, and Pardy will leave it there for Mark Scheifele, and back for Pardy. Scheifele trying to bust through. Patrick Berglund got enough of Scheifele to spin him around. Schwartz cross ice, and now a power play.
That was a real good defensive play by Berglund. Scheifele had the speed and was almost through that little bit of space.
Myers ahead for Stafford, cross ice for Wheeler. Wheeler the slot shot, good blocker save by Allen, and is cleared down the ice. Or off a stick and out of play. Faceoff will come back into the St. Louis zone.
Well, Jets were close again as Allen with the save the outside, but the puck comes right back out in front of Winnipeg's bench when they're trying to make the change. And be careful where that puck is now with a good opportunity here, a big point in the game. Against a very good penalty kill of St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues have been running at 92.7% since the beginning of March, killed 51 of 55 penalties over the last 17 games.
That is critical at this time of the year, and a critical point in this game. Face-off win by the Blues and cleared down the ice, and Tyler Myers will go back for it. Myers, 15 points and 22 games and a +9 since joining the Winnipeg Jets. Matthew Perreault sends it in. Wheeler tried to trap it, could not. Ladd for Wheeler, in for Perreault. Tight quarters in the St. Louis zone, and a good stick there, and stolen and cleared down the ice by Pietrangelo.
A real smart play by Pietrangelo. Is such one of those high IQ hockey players as he picked off that pass by Perreault.
Perreault back into the St. Louis zone. Tried to get it to Stafford. On it is Trouba. Back down for Perreault. Final minute of the period. 1:35 left in the double minor. Andrew Ladd falls, and the Blues will carry it out with Jaden Schwartz. And then Schwartz lost it, almost got it back. And Matthew Perreault is there. For Frolik, on for Scheifele. Stafford back for Trouba. Down low to Scheifele. Away from him. Frolik sends it back up to the blue line. Jay Harrison trying to hold it in as he's in a battle with Backes. It bounces into the high slot and cleared away by Berglund.
Well, the Jets having trouble here just getting set up in the St. Louis zone.
Trouba. Lead pass, Frolik. Frolik trying to get it to the short side, steered away. Harrison for Wheeler. Wheeler back in behind the net. Wheeler gets that return pass from Frolik in front, looking for Scheifele. Frolik as the second period comes to an end, and the Jets the only goal of that second period.
Well, and a big goal it is here as they'll have a lead heading into the last 20 minutes of play. But it has been back and forth. It has been a little bit nasty here as the game picks up and they get down to one final period of play as the Jets have the lead.
Chris Thorburn, the only goal in this game. The Jets had 17 shots on goal in that second period, and now have outshot the Blues 28-20. There's the goal by Thorburn, his 7th of the year. Third time this year that he has opened the scoring in a game. James Schwartz couldn't quite catch up to that, and a big hit on Backes. 1-0 Jets. Jets up 1-0. The only goal, Chris Thorburn, his 7th of the year. Came early in that second period. Slater and Party, the assists. It all started with a face-off win by Jim Slater. And there's your shots after 2 periods, favoring the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, Chris Thorburn able to get a big goal, and the Winnipeg Jets had that 1-0 lead. The big second goal by Stafford really helped them in that game, and they'll be looking to do the same here as they start with a power play.
41 seconds left in the double minor to TJ Oshie for the contact with Mark Stewart. Zbynek McCulloch sends this back, and Tyler Myers will knock it down. Blues with the excellent penalty kill. After it is Ladd, couldn't get a stick on it, comes around the boards, and here comes Berglund. He'll just send this into the Jet zone, then Patrick Berglund goes after with Jacob Trouba. Trouba knocks it away and gets it for Tyler Myers. For Blake Wheeler. Wheeler winds his way across the line, dishes off. Trouba trying to catch up to it. Jams it to Wheeler, who sends it around to Ladd. Oshie out of the penalty box. Wheeler knocked it down, cleared, and Oshie on the loose puck for St. Louis. TJ Oshie carries into the Jet zone, dishes it off to Jaden Schwartz. Back for Oshie on the short side, got a stick on that and bounced wide. Shattenkirk moving into the high slot area. Schwartz couldn't get it to him. And now Ladd will send it for Wheeler, and Wheeler will gently slip this into the St. Louis zone. Back for it, Pietrangelo. Averages over 25 minutes of ice time per game, leads the Blues. Pavlik plays it off to Stanchion, grabbed off by Scheifele, on for Stafford. Stafford plays it through. Frolik is after it. Came to the front of the Blues net. The veteran Jay Bouwmeester is there to grab it off. Plays it. It's played to the line, but not out as Olli Jokinen couldn't get it past Adam Party. Save made by Jake Allen. After it is Stafford to the side of the net. Allen down, ends up in behind the Blues net, and McCulloch gets it for Olli Jokinen. Jake Allen has won his last 3 starts for St. Louis. Jokinen sends it in. Adam Party goes in after it. And Jokinen with a body check. Stewart and Adam Party makes his way slowly to the Winnipeg Jets bench, but appears to be all right. Ryan Reeves bumped on the near side by Sherratt. Myers. Lead pass for Stempniak. Left side. Perreault chases it into the St. Louis zone. Myers is in from the line. Myers and Gotch. Adam Lowry backs up Myers. Myers trying to get it for Perreault. Gotch breaks it up. Stempniak plays it around.
Let's say Ryan, right beside you.
And grabbed off and taken by Carl Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson trying to get around Sherratt. Sherratt and Gunnarsson to the backboard. Stempniak goes after it. Blues will hold it in. Jaskin for Shattenkirk. He couldn't handle it. Bounces around at center ice. And Dmitry Jaskin back in his own zone.
Jets done a good job coming out of this period, just kind of picking up where they left off with some good play.
Patrick Berglund, backhand shot. No room on the short side. And Pavlik is going to hang on to it.
Well, a lot of Jets fans, it's become almost a phrase there, the Party dangle, and Adam Party had a nice little move early. Great job jumping, keeping the puck in, and a couple of moves before eventually throwing the backhand towards the net. But a nice little play by Party. First off, just grabbing that puck, putting it to the ice, and then making something out of the play.
Assist in this game for Adam Party. Jaden Schwartz plays it back in behind the Jets net. TJ Oshie knocked down by Stewart, and Oshie's stick may have come up and caught Mark Stewart. Schwartz back for Shattenkirk. Back for Schwartz, chops it down low. Stewart is on it, and Stewart will just bounce it back, looking for the favorable bounce. Didn't get it. And icing is going to be the call against the Winnipeg Jets, and Oshie and Stewart in a little chit-chat in behind the play.
Well, they're comparing wounds here. The two of them have been going at each other throughout this hockey game, and this time Stewart and Oshie behind the net. Stewart gives him a little shot and then catches the butt end of Oshie's stick up high as Stewart and Oshie continue to give each other some lumps.
Andrew Ladd at center sends it in. Michael Frolik goes in after it. Blues get back, and it's cleared around the boards. Tyler Myers breaks this up. Back in for Michael Frolik against McCulloch. David Backes, the long lead pass. On his way to the bench was Ladd, and Myers will go after it. Myers pulls away from Berglund. Scheifele ahead for Sherratt. Went off the end of his stick. Pietrangelo carries it down low, and the pass deflected away by Wheeler. Shot from the line by Shattenkirk, deflected high. Jaskin, watched by Myers on the backhand. That doesn't get to the net. And Tyler Myers with that long reach will jam it back to the St. Louis line.
Wow, they're activating their D. Alex Pietrangelo, Kevin Shattenkirk. You're going to see those two players up joining the rush on that second wave of attack.
105 points on the year for the Blues. They lead the Central. Nashville in action tonight. Calgary still leading Arizona 1-0. No score, Edmonton, LA. Pietrangelo looking for a passing lane, finds one for Oshie. Gets away from him, it came back to him. TJ Oshie gets it down low. Schwartz trying to find that back post. Blues hold it in off the side of the net. Schwartz is after it in the corner. Jammed up the boards. Perreault couldn't get to it ahead of TJ Oshie. Now it's cleared by Trouba, and Matthew Perreault gets taken down by Barrett Jackman, and then has Schwartz fall on him, but does get it back into the St. Louis zone. Adam Party with Yuri Laterra after him, gets it for Harrison, on for Perreault. Deflected out at center ice of McCulloch for Bouwmeester. Back into the Jet zone, Pavlik. And with Ty Ratty on the doorstep, Pavlik is going to hang on to it.
Well, at a good time here, just slow the game down here in the third period. You can feel the press here from the St. Louis Blues.
Let's take a look at what is going on elsewhere in the National Hockey League as we look at some shifts. No score, Wild and Blackhawks. Nashville up on Colorado. Calgary leading the Arizona Coyotes. Nothing to report between the Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. Bouwmeester ahead for Jokinen. McCulloch back to Jokinen. Jokinen on the backhand. Pavlik to save the rebound. Yuri Laterra sends it back to the right point. McCulloch looking for a lane. That never got to the net. Stewart, or rather Harrison, stays with Ratty. Pass down low as Jokinen was looking for Laterra, but it's grabbed off by Slater. Slater gets to center and one hands it in. McCulloch, 13 and a half to go in regulation, and a 1-0 Jets lead. Sherratt for Ladd and into the blue zone. Allen for Pietrangelo, plays it around for Shattenkirk. Cleared to the line, Andrew Ladd backing up Tyler Myers, holds it in, puts it behind the Blues net. Little trying to track it down. Frolik there now, and Frolik takes it away from Pietrangelo and gets a little bump. Myers just plays it all the way back from where it came. Little behind the net. Has Ladd in front. Elects to go to the blue line. Sherratt to the front of the net. Block, Ladd going after it. And Jake Allen dives out and clears it. Good shift here for the Brian Little line. Ladd Plays it back, missed the short side. Ryan Reeves can't clear as Little rubbed him out. And now Steve Ott after a bouncing puck at center. Ott just plays it deep. Ryan Reeves after it, centers. Little down low, got to that loose puck before Stastny could. Little dangerous pass, and Wheeler does get it out.
Schwartz almost picked that off, and he would have been in all alone on Ondrej Pavelec.
Schwartz, Bouwmeester, Stastny. Stastny being watched by Trouba. Shot by McCulloch through traffic just wide. And Stafford chips it back into the neutral zone. The Blues down by 1. Coming hard here in the third. Penalty coming up to Schwartz as he takes down Lee Stempniak. Pavelec making sure that that puck gets out of the zone before he heads to the Jets bench, and now he does. Lowry finds Stempniak. Stempniak takes it to the net, puts it in front, deflection by Lowry. Stewart at the line. 6 attackers, Jets. Trouba fires, save, rebound. Oh, and it hopped over the stick of Andrew Ladd. And now play is whistled down. Power play for the Winnipeg Jets. When we come back, Jaden Schwartz will go to the box.
Well, Jaden Schwartz heads to the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping as he takes it in the zone, gets his stick between the legs of Stempniak, and a little bit of almost like a can opener there. Tries to drop it, but not quick enough, and now a big power play here for the Winnipeg Jets. They haven't been able to really establish much with the man advantage against a red-hot penalty kill here with the St. Louis Blues.
Face-off will be between Matthew Perreault and David Backes. Jets minus Snodgrass tonight. Paul Postma, Keaton Ellery, Anthony Peluso, Matt Halishchuk, TJ Gagliardi. Grant Klitzman, by the way, is going to see a doctor and see whether he can maybe get back skating. Dustin Byfuglien, Toby Enstrom, Andrew Kopp, and Eric O'Dell. At the line, Myers controls. 4th power play of the night for the Winnipeg Jets. In front for Ladd, and knocked away and cleared down the ice. Myers goes back and sets it up. His pass misses Wheeler, and this is going to be an icing call against the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, you have to admire the St. Louis Blues. Their sticks are always in the proper position here. They don't allow any seam passes, and their penalty kill a big part of the success for the quick passing play as Wheeler tries to pop it out quickly, but the stick down is Pietrangelo along with Bouwmeester able to knock it away.
Blues minus Alex Steen, Robert Bortuzzo, Vladimir Tarasenko. They're dealing with some injuries. Here comes Matthew Perreault. Off a skate and deep, and Marcel Gottsch tried to clear. He couldn't, but Steve Ott will. Myers crosses that red line and pumps it in. Pietrangelo with Ladd coming in on him. Wheeler trying to spin it back to some open ice. Perreault takes it off the sideboards. Back for Brian Little. It's in his feet, though. Little does get away from Steve Ott. Little to the goal line for Wheeler. Wheeler cross ice, and getting in that passing lane was Marcel Gottsch, and that allowed Bouwmeester to clear. .40 seconds now left in the man advantage. Trouba ahead for Stafford, and he got stopped at the line by Barrett Jackman, and grabbing the puck and hanging onto it is Jake Allen, and now Stafford and Jackman have a little chat in front of the St. Louis net.
Well, it's a good hit here by Jackman, just stepping up in the neutral zone on Stafford. Stafford's fine from it. Actually allowed the chances. Harrison was coming up the right side, and he follows up the play and has the backhand, but real good hit by Jackman, and just the type of game you expect here when these two teams meet up.
1-0 Jets, 49th time this season that the Jets have opened the scoring in a hockey game. Blues control off the face-off and off the glass and down the ice by Zbynek McCulloch. Harrison will leave it for Trouba. Back for Harrison. To the red line and sends it in. McCulloch, watched by Michael Frolik. Penalty coming up. And it is going to be a hooking call. And Michael Frolik is the nearest Jet to the penalty box, and it is going to be a hooking call on Michael Frolik in the offensive zone.
Those are the ones you don't want to take, but Frolik in on McCulloch, gets the stick between the legs, and the hooking call is made. That'll end what's little is left of the power play, and then the Jets with a huge penalty kill coming up.
Second power play of the night for St. Louis. The too many men on the ice penalty because of the offsetting penalties never did come into play as far as the manpower situation was concerned. Slater will take the face-off with Backes. Jets in Colorado Thursday to wrap up this 3-game road trip. Home to Calgary Saturday afternoon. We'll have both of those games on TSN3. TJ Oshie tried to drive it to the net, and Ondrej Pavelec takes that loose puck and smothers it. And now a power play for St. Louis.
Well, and David Backes really shaken up right off the draw, and he's going to have some words here with the ref, him and Slater. And he catches the stick of Jim Slater up high. They battle in that face-off circle, so Jets already have one guy in the penalty box, don't need another.
Off the face-off for the Blues. Shattenkirk, the shot never got to the net, and now it does. And Ondrej Pavelec finds it and smothers it.
Dennis, this is a real good save by Pavelec, but it's not the save. It's how quickly he gets to the rebound. There's a whole pile in front of him. David Backes parked right on top of Ondrej Pavelec. Somehow he gets the left pad on the save, but it's how quickly he gets and does not allow a second opportunity here. Just the shot to the net from the point, left pad save, and boom, right away, able to track the puck and get it. David Backes showing a little bit of blood from either that or the stick of Slater just before.
1:44 left in the Michael Frolik penalty in a 1-0 nail-biter. Puck comes loose, and jumping on it is Andrew Ladd. Ladd puts that off the glass and in. Blues have given up 5 shorthanded goals this year. The Jets, of course, lead the National Hockey League in shorthanded goals scored with 10. 7 on the road, which also leads the NHL. Blake Wheeler had a big one in this building the last time the Jets were here. Blues control with Stastny. Cross ice pass. Back at the line for TJ Oshie. Controlled by Shattenkirk. Back for Oshie. Watched by Wheeler. Stastny. Cross ice deflected. Ondrej Pavelec got across on the redirect from Jaden Schwartz. Shattenkirk. Back for Schwartz. Cross for Oshie. Fires high glove side. Missed the target. Battle for a puck, and Wheeler is on it, and Wheeler will clear.
Boy, Ondrej Pavelec has made some big saves. You go back to the Minnesota power plays in that hockey game, and again in this one.
25 in the man advantage. Bouwmeester sends it in. Myers is after it. Jaskin there for the Blues. Plays it around to the blue line. Bouwmeester has to hustle to keep it in, and he does. Now it's loose and will get cleared down the ice by Jim Slater. Adam Lowry chases this into the St. Louis zone. Pietrangelo plays it back for Bouwmeester. 7.5 to go in the third. 3 shots on that power play for St. Louis. Scheifele's after it. Scheifele plays it. Kept in by the Blues as it came off a stanchion. Scheifele poked it away from Berglund. Berglund tried to get it deep and hit Scheifele. And that allowed Frolik to get it to center but no further. Myers trying to jam it ahead, but Jaskin plays it behind the Jets net. Adam Pardy, Pietrangelo all the way in after a loose puck. Pietrangelo to Steve Ott, off the stick of Myers. Myers and Olli Jokinen. Myers has lost his stick, gets it back. Jokinen with Myers on him. Olli Jokinen drives it to the front of the net. Off a stick, kept in at the line. Swat and a spin-around, a try by Reeves. Didn't get much on it. Now flipped ahead, and here comes Thorburn. Thorburn in on Pietrangelo, and Pietrangelo will slow it down.
Well, it just needed a change. Exhausted group of players on the ice.
In for Ryan Reeves. Reeves watched by Mark Stewart. Centered in front of the net, and hustling there was Slater. And Slater got a stick on it before Stastny could get a clean shot. Ondrej Pavelec has stopped 25 of 25, and Jaden Schwartz with a redirect. Pavelec with a right pad save. Shop at Safeway today. Watch future Jets on TSN telecasts. You could win an all-inclusive trip for two to a Grand Bahia Principe resort, courtesy of redtag.ca, where Canada shops for great travel deals. Shop at Safeway today. You could be our next lucky winner.
Well, a great chance in the power play. Little shot redirect by Schwartz off the feed from Stastny, and Ondrej Pavelec following her right through, able to make the save.
Pavelec has faced 57 shots in the last couple of games. At the line, shot kicked away by Pavelec. How about the Ottawa Senators down 3-0? They come back and win in overtime. As this one leaves the playing surface, Souvenir here at the Scott Trade Center.
Well, and it's off the stick of the Manitoba, and Mark Stone, the big goal to tie it and the overtime goal, I believe. So the Senators developed their own story as the Winnipeg Jets are looking to push for playoffs here, and the points they need, and just a little over 6 minutes away as they try to lock this one down.
Well, you go back to last night where Paul Maurice was able to use his entire bench. And will that play a part in the final 6 minutes of this game here? Pietrangelo ahead for David Backes. Berglund sends it in. Mark Stewart goes after it. Berglund couldn't get to it. Jaskin puts it to the net. Save made. Backes with a big hit on Mark Stewart. Berglund now ran into Andrew Ladd. Jaskin is on it. This line has some size for St. Louis. Pietrangelo, but he's stopped by Michael Frolik. Back for Jaskin as the Jets try and change. Jaskin backhander into the catching glove of Pavelec.
Well, the Jets just keep it to the outside, but you mentioned this line. Yeah, Berglund has been excellent in this hockey game, along with Backes.
It is a 1-0 game. 5:24 on the clock. Look at the out-of-town scores. Colorado and Nashville now tied 1-1. Winnipeg Jets with 94 points. Los Angeles 93. Calgary 93. Flames still up on Arizona. Johnny Gaudreau, the only goal in that one, and still nothing to report score-wise between LA and Edmonton. And there's the remaining schedule for all the teams that are involved in this battle. And it is a battle.
Oh, it is. And you look at Minnesota, their remaining games, they're all on the road. They played their last home game against the Jets. And they got a tough 3-game road trip.
NHL must be loving this. Right down to the wire. This was knocked down with a high stick, and as Scheifele touches it, play is whistled down.
Well, Scheifele had the high stick. A little bit of a patient waiting game there between him and Paul Stastny, but eventually Scheifele will take it and then bring it to center. Paul Maurice, interesting when you hear him talk about games, always early in the year and later he said he feels more comfortable in this type of game, the 1-0 situation where his team continues to build from, and they're going to have a discussion where this faceoff should go, eventually coming to center ice. But Maurice has always talked about their defensive structure, how they need to play games and how they need to look when they are successful.
Wheeler hustles to the far side along with Schwartz. Wheeler got there first. And then on a second try, Wheeler will get it deep into the St. Louis zone. Shattenkirk with Stafford after him. Schwartz comes rink wide for Stastny. Stastny drops it back for Oshie. Redirect by Stastny, and that just went wide. Up the boards, Wheeler ahead for Stafford, got to the red line, and that will signal a line change for both teams. As the seconds tick off here in St. Louis, Jori Lehtera winding his way in. Trouba stays with him. We're down to 4.5. Ty Ratty, the former Portland Winterhawk, for Jokinen for Lehtera. Knocked away from him. And now Stempniak to the line, but got held up there, couldn't clear. And now it is back to the Blues line. Pietrangelo for Gunnarsson. For Lehtera. No room for Lehtera. A battle in front of the Winnipeg Jets bench. Gunnarsson. Cross ice. Pietrangelo plays it down low. Swing and a miss for Mark Stewart. Trouba plays it around the board. Stempniak trying to tie his man up. That was Berglund. Trouba back for Stempniak. Ryan Little couldn't get a stick on it. Matthew Perreault does. Perreault needing a change. Just lifts this into the St. Louis zone. Adam Hardy steps up at center. In for Michael Frolik, and he'll put it back deep. Cleared out at center for Patrick Berglund. Berglund for Backes. Backes in on Adam Pardy. Pardy knocked it away from him. Kept it at the line. Pardy has it again. Sends it back up the wall. Good play by Michael Frolik to take it away from Patrick Berglund. And then Frolik got rocked there by David Backes. Bouwmeester's pass. Pardy steps up and breaks it up. And now we're down to 3 left in regulation. Chris Thorburn, the only goal of the game. Here comes Oshie. Wrist shot blocked. Stafford trying to clear it up the boards. And another scrum along the near side. Oshie, sharp angle. Glove saved by Pavlik. Wheeler to the far side. Oshie and Stewart, boy, they had a battle tonight.
It's ongoing.
Scheifele couldn't get a stick on it. Stastny gets it for Schwartz in the slot. The shot that went wide. As a quick release there by Shattenkirk, who was in from the line. Dumped on the play was Schwartz. Here comes Wheeler in alone. Blake Wheeler, and a save made by Jake Allen. Blake Wheeler has been one-on-one with Allen twice in this game, and Allen has won both times. Back in for Shattenkirk, chops at the stick of Scheifele. The crowd fired up after Schwartz was dumped. Back in for Lehtera. For Ryan Reeves. Reeves spins it down low. Jokinen couldn't trap it. We'll keep an eye on Jake Allen. They batted the puck. Blues control. Shot from the line by McCulloch. Stopped. Banked off the boards. Allen started his way to the bench and has to backtrack.
Well, that had enough spin. The Jets do not have a timeout here, and they needed a change.
Paul Maurice took that timeout after an icing call earlier in this game, and there goes Allen. What a save he made off Blake Wheeler. Keep that in mind with a minute 15 to go. TJ Oshie to the front of the net, scramble, and it's chipped wide. Backes to the line for Bouwmeester. Cross ice, Shattenkirk down for Oshie. Watched by Trouba. In for Bouwmeester. Sends it down low to Jaden Schwartz. Back for Shattenkirk. Final minute. TJ Oshie watched by Little. Schwartz and Andrew Ladd got a piece of his stick. Ladd tried to clear. Oshie knocked it down. Backes. Stastny. Back for Backes. Sharp angle stopped by Stewart, and he gloves it away. Scramble at the side of the net. Stewart on all fours. Backes lays the lumber on Stewart. And Stewart holding the back of his neck. Where have we seen this play before?
Well, exactly. And Stewart in a battle. Good job by him, just maintaining and took it in front of the net. But an absolute battle there. It's just chaos in front. Stewart's trying to get rid of it. It's still, he's not covering it. It's in front of the net. And there it is. Backes drops down with a cross check to the back of Stewart's head. But how about TJ Oshie? Little acrobatics to keep this puck in. What a vertical. and then they just throw it into the net. It is Blake Wheeler with an opportunity to give the Jets the 2-0 lead. Great play defensively, takes off to the races. Tried to go to the glove side the first time. This time tries to go blocker, and another great save by Allen off Wheeler. But boy, has this one gotten exciting here as the Jets trying to battle and leg this one out.
And somewhere in this building, Dustin Byfuglien is saying, I got 4 games for something like that.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's a crotch on the back of the head, maybe not with the same force, but it's definitely very similar to what we saw as Stewart's down, and you can see as Backes drops right twice, and it's the second one that catches Stewart.
Faceoff will be in the Jets zone, 34.8 seconds. Kirk Muller has drawn up a couple of plays for his team. This has been a wild one, folks. Backes and Little. Little 48% in this game. Backes 42, but he wins that one. TJ Oshie to the front of the net. Myers trying to bat it away, and it got chipped wide. To the far side, Wheeler off the glass and out. Blues will go back. Shattenkirk, the long shot wide. Stastny back in behind the net for Backes. Tied up by Little. Came to the side of the net. Play whistle down, and now another battle in behind the net.
Well, it's Backes and Stewart coming together again at the side of the net. This is what we're going to see as it comes down, and the two captains will have words as everyone comes around as Ondrej Pavelec came off from behind the net on the blocker's side. He just holds up tight against that right post. Shattenkirk with the dump in. Just play behind the net. Backes tries to throw it out front. Pavelec able to hold it up, and then Backes comes in, and so does everyone else. It's actually Party in Backes, not Stewart.
Well, this is a first-round playoff matchup.
Oh, and we've talked about it. Ken Hitchcock said each team may have to have 30 guys available.
Huge face-off. Stastny and Brian Little. Blues control off the draw with Shattenkirk. Down for Pietrangelo. The shot deflected away to the far side boards. Backes down low. Jets knock it away. And Ondrej Pavelec, for the first time in his career, records back-to-back shutouts. 2-0 last night in Minnesota, 1-0 tonight in St. Louis as the Jets win it 1-0, but this one is not done yet. It is as far as the time clock is concerned, but the Jets and Blues will take this to extra time, but not to decide the game.
Well, if they don't meet in playoffs, they're just going to say a little goodbye to one another for the season here. These two teams have built quite the rivalry, and what a huge victory for the Winnipeg Jets here in St. Louis at this time of the year. And Ondrej Pavelec, brilliant again, but boy, wouldn't you love to see these two in playoffs?
Ladd and Backes in a heated debate. Some battle scars on both of them, the two captains, and now the officials restore order. And Ondrej Pavelec, back-to-back shutouts for the first time in his career, 62 saves in the 2 games. And now the handshake for the Winnipeg Jets as Ondrej Pavelec backstops the Jets to a 1-0 win. Another 1-goal game between these two teams, and the Winnipeg Jets, since relocation, their first win here in St. Louis.
Well, and at the perfect time of the year, the biggest time of the year, this Winnipeg Jet team, again, talked about gutting it out against Minnesota. Now tonight they come in and do the same thing, a well-executed, well-played game. They stayed on top of it against a very, very good hockey club in the St. Louis Blues. And Ondrej Pavelec, boy, just that calming influence he is giving them in net, and the play in front of them has been fantastic as they start this road trip with 2 wins. 1 more to go as they get a day to rest before Colorado.
20 road wins, ties a franchise high for the Winnipeg Jets. 96 points is one shy of the franchise high. And as we've mentioned, Ondrej Pavelec with back-to-back shutouts for the first time in his career. And Ondrej Pavelec now 4 shutouts on the season, and he becomes the franchise leader in career shutouts with 15. Chris Forbert, the only goal of this game early in the second period. It was physical, at times it was mean, and the Winnipeg Jets win it by a score of 1-0. Good night from St. Louis as we send you to SportsCenter.